Neal Dream Team. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with This Could Only Happen in Australia. Before we dive in, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. What we got?
Do you know why this cat doesn't care about being on fire? Because in Australia, cats are not afraid of fire. Moreover, they actively seek out fire. And when there's a fire in the forest, cats...
Huh? Did you just say cats are not afraid of fire in Australia? They actively seek it out? What you talk to me. Explain this. I need to explain it.
Moreover, they actively seek out fire. And when there's a fire in the forest, cats have a feast. All because they're skillful, cold-blooded killers. And in Australia, this becomes especially obvious. Here, cats wreak real havoc. Don't let their cute purring and soft paws fool you. Cats are predators, which means they were designed by nature to kill. That said, they're smart enough to develop a special strategy for hunting. In Australia, they intentionally look for bushfires, with their flames startling and confusing the animals they hunt. Yeah, in Australia, even cats are super deadly. Scientists discovered that cats have the ability to sense distant forest fires, and weeks afterward, they instinctively head to the areas that were affected. There, they feed on small animals whose habitats were destroyed by the fire. Yep, you got it right. Cats just take advantage of others' bad luck. They're really good at keeping an eye on what's happening around them and within their habitat. If there's a fire, they figure out where it is, travel long distances to reach the fire site, and then hunt there until they've caught everything they can. Only after that do they head back home. A cat once traveled nearly 8 miles to reach a fire site. In another case, the cat's route was incredibly accurate, as if it had a built-in GPS. How else could it have known where exactly to go and never strayed from the path? But in any case, the reward is always worth even the longest journey. A whole bunch of prey which simply has nowhere to hide. That's why the likelihood of successfully catching prey while hunting near wildlife sites is about 3 times higher. While it's not clear how exactly cats pinpoint forest fires, scientists have some ideas. One of them is that cats climb tall buildings and hills to check out the view and figure out where there's a fire. However, cats are attracted to both recent fires and a completely opposite phenomenon. After heavy rains in the desert, you'll often find a surge in the population of small mammals.
I'm still back where I was 2 minutes ago. Is this like for real? Like, this is serious. He's not joking right now. Like, cats in Australia. Like, we talking about like house cats, like, just be out here hunting and looking for the fire, looking for the smoke, literally. Waiting for the fire to go out, then going to scavenge. Scavenge. Sheesh, am I saying that right? I don't know. Going to look for all these rodents. Their homes got destroyed, and now they taking them out. Bro, is this serious? Because I don't know.
After heavy rains in the desert, you'll often find a surge in the population of small mammals. Feral cats are smart about this and head to those areas just as eagerly as they would rush to a fire. But cats in Australia aren't just predators. According to the local wildlife service, they may well be considered deadly pests. See for yourself. Feral cats kill more than 1 million birds and more than 1 million reptiles every day, which means about 2,000 native animals every minute. In fact, even venomous snakes can't stop feral cats. They eat them too.
Dang!
This is what the stomach contents of one single cat look like. As you can see, they have a very diverse menu. But most importantly, the cats that are so good at eating Australian animals are virtually unstoppable. You might think that local animals would be really scared and take action against such a fierce predator. But in reality, they often don't even sense the danger because they didn't grow up with these cats around. You know, Australian creatures don't view cats as a threat. Native wildlife doesn't respond to the cat smell, the expert said.
I'm not surprised. Like why? I didn't think you needed to view cats as a threat. Neither did these animals. Me and these animals on the same page. Like, cats are really a threat out here.
View cats as a threat. Native wildlife doesn't respond to the cat smell, the expert said. They're just not that scared of cats. By the way, do you know why cats don't really have a strong smell or draw a lot of attention? That's right, because they're naturally clean animals. Australia holds a unique position as the region with the highest number of recent animal extinctions, largely due to the impact of cats. The introduction of cats to Australia can be traced back to the late 1700s when the British brought them to the continent. Feral cats soon discovered a food source in the area, leading them to prey on local animals aggressively. This led to the rapid establishment of feral colonies, which now span over 99% of the continent. Over a few centuries, cats have been linked to the extinction of over 20 species of mammals, including charming creatures like the lesser bilby and the desert bandicoot. The adorable little critters you truly feel sorry for. This became known as the worst mammal extinction record in recent times. Beyond Australian wildlife, cats are endangering various species worldwide. Studies reveal that these purring predators have played a major role in causing 63 different types of birds, mammals, and reptiles to go extinct across the globe. This threat persists, pushing many species further toward the brink of extinction. Take the fossa, for instance, a distinctive carnivorous mammal found only in Madagascar. Cats are actively competing with them for food resources, and there's no sign of them giving up. The orange-bellied parrot, which lives in Australia, has been endangered since 2007. There's even a captive breeding program to help boost their numbers.
God.
And while people are trying to save the parrot population, cats are actively destroying it. The cockapoo, a flightless bird native to New Zealand.
I can't get past this. Cats doing all this. I legit can't get past cats being the cause of all this. I can't. I never pictured a cat in this way. I've never looked at a cat and thought this. This is insanity for me. This is whole new territory. I'm in deep waters right now.
Cats are actively destroying it. The cockapoo, a flightless bird native to New Zealand, falls prey to cats just like the marsupial anteater from Australia. There are fewer than 1,000 of these animals estimated to exist today. Cats can indirectly harm even sea otter populations. This is due to a group of parasites called Toxoplasma gondii, which can get into the sea through cat feces. Researchers have discovered that these parasites are responsible for the death of sea otters.
Jesus.
Geese, lizards, several types of small rodents, and perhaps most surprisingly, panthers are also among the impacted species. But how can a cat kill a panther? Simple, by using a biological weapon. Accidentally, of course, I guess. In 2008, a team of researchers reported that an outbreak of feline leukemia virus in the endangered Florida panther could be traced back to domestic cats. At the time, the outbreak killed 5 panthers, a significant blow considering there were barely 200 individuals left in the wild.
Dang.
Yet, no matter how devastating the effects of native species loss might be in various regions globally, it's Australia that truly stands out with the most disheartening numbers. Research indicates that every year a single feral cat in Australia is responsible for killing 390 mammals, 225 reptiles, and 130 birds.
What? Oh my God.
This adds up to approximately 1.4 billion Australian animals falling victim to feral cat predation annually, roughly equivalent to the number lost during the devastating wildfires of 2019 and 2020, which scorched an area exceeding 73,000 square miles. This chart depicts the invasive species in Australia along with the extent of the danger they pose to native wildlife. Rats and cats are at the forefront. Unfortunately, it seems unlikely that they'll balance each other's populations to benefit the ecosystem. On second thought, New Zealand might be even more heavily impacted by cats than Australia. In fact, there are growing discussions about completely kicking out cats from the country. The government has set a goal to become entirely cat-free by 2050. The reason for this urgency is that rats, possums, and stoats, along with cats, collectively account for the deaths of 25 million native birds annually. The unique situation in New Zealand is that there are no native land mammals except for bats. This absence has allowed a diverse range of birds, including the flightless kiwi, to live without facing threats from land-based predators. And then a threat appeared, and a big one at that. Today, 37% of bird species in New Zealand face the risk of extinction. Cats don't even need to put in extra effort into that. Numerous birds live on the ground, making them vulnerable to easy capture and fatal attacks. This cycle continues until the total extinction is reached. Cats can cause...
Dude, we're talking about cats, bro. Cats. Cats. C-A-T-S. Cats. are really doing all this damage, are really taking out species, are really out here effing up the ecosystem, effing up the food chain, poisoning the waters for sea otters, giving panthers leukemia. What is going on?
This cycle continues until the total extinction is reached. Cats can cause serious harm not only to wild animals, sometimes they even pose a danger to humans. An Australian health expert has issued a warning after an 80-year-old woman passed away from bacterial meningitis, which originated from a scratch by her pet cat.
Wow.
The cat then appeared to try to apologize for it by licking the wound.
Ooh.
Remember, it's a good idea to wash your hands after you've been in contact with a domestic cat. And make sure to avoid letting a cat lick any cuts or wounds you might have. Naturally, since the cats have caused irreparable damage to numerous native creatures, humans had to step in. In 2018, the Australian Wildlife Conservancy completed the world's largest cat-proof fence that encloses an area for native species. The fence is 27 miles long and creates a predator-free area of nearly 23,200 acres. This unique cat-free reserve is about 217 miles northwest of Alice Springs. Of course, a simple fence wouldn't have deterred the cats, so it's been electrified. And in 2017, the government announced a more radical approach. They're going to exterminate 2 million cats by 2020. By the way, there are currently between 2.1 and 6.3 million cats in Australia. Australia's indigenous peoples have even formed entire units of hunters who specialize in tracking down feral cats.
Y'all are lying,
The actions
bro.
of these hunters have already helped save local
because y'all are lying to me, bro. I'm not buying this. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm believing this, bro. Somebody's lying to me. Sorry, these cats ain't doing all this, bro. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it that these cats causing all this damage, bro. Nobody's gonna make me believe this. They're not gonna make me believe this.
Specialize in tracking down feral cats. The actions of these hunters have already helped save local populations of 2 endangered species, the greater bilby and the great desert skink. Another method to counter the decimation of various species by cats is through the education of local fauna. Conservationists must devise strategies to promote the coexistence of feral cats and indigenous wildlife. This means teaching small mammals to recognize the threat posed by invasive predators.
There you go.
However, it's not entirely clear how to do that. Another idea involves transforming native animals into poisonous creatures. The plan is to achieve this artificially rather than waiting for it to happen naturally through evolution. Researchers are working on a tiny implant, like a microchip, that won't bother or inconvenience the animals. This implant has a protective coating to prevent the poison from being released. However, when the implant reaches the acidic environment of an animal's stomach, like that of a cat or a fox, it triggers the release of poison. The predator realizes it ate something wrong and avoids it in the future. For a while, people hoped that dingoes would help deal with the cat problem, as the rivalry between dogs and cats is quite natural. But the cats don't seem to care at all about the dingoes, and the dingoes don't seem to care at all about the cats.
Cats are too fast, bro. Cats are too fast and agile. Even if the dingoes did care, I doubt they could catch some cats.
So they aren't helpful at all. But government officials have called for curfews in Australian cities and for cats to be banned from the streets. Try explaining that to a cat. Once, people even made a sausage rain. They used helicopters to drop sausages laced with poison. These sausages were made from a mix of kangaroo meat, chicken fat, herbs, and spices. They were dropped at a rate of about 50 sausages per mile. Yeah, it sounds really desperate, but it seems like there's no other way. That's why they tried to make the sausages appealing, considering they were supposed to be the cat's final meal.
And
at this point, I think everyone wanted to hug their cat. You're one lucky furball. People even...
You're lying. No, y'all are lying. No, I'm not buying it. Y'all not finna sit here and lie to me, bro. Y'all are not finna sit. I'm not believing.
And at this point, I think everyone wanted to hug their cat. You're one lucky furball. People even used KFC chicken to help deal with cats. And no, they didn't poison the chicken. So here's what happened. A government agency in Victoria provides corporate credit cards for its employees. A couple of years ago, they noticed some suspicious activity. Turns out their employees had spent $260 across 7 trips to the same KFC joint over 4 months. An investigation into the matter discovered something quite unexpected. Feral cats are particularly drawn to KFC fried chicken. I can't believe I just said something weird like that.
I mean, who's not drawn to KFC fried chicken? Come on. It's good chicken.
But it seems that the combination of flavor and long-lasting freshness makes fried chicken an effective bait. In Parks Victoria, the staff has been using fried chicken to attract and capture these cats. It's a bit unusual, but hey, at least the cats got a tasty treat out of it in the end. To put it simply, you can't just chase after feral cats. What you really need is a coordinated approach, like setting up fences and enforcing curfews. Only when everything works together do you have a shot at solving the problem of cat infestation. You gotta admit, there's this kind of controversial question: why don't we just eat cats? I mean, when animals get killed and we don't put them to good use, it's not good. So why not give it a shot, right? Using invasive animals as food to tackle environmental issues isn't unheard of. They're already cooking up dishes from invasive toads. Experts are saying all sorts of animals, even feral cats, could end up on our plates. It's not that simple, though. To prove her point, a few years back, this eco-activist made a cat stew for a cooking contest. Let's just say it was a total flop.
I bet.
The deal is, there's this mental block. We can't eat animals we're attached to.
Facts.
Cats are our furry pals, after all. So the whole deal with wiping them out in Australia hits hard. What humans find hard to do is actually a lifeline for native species. But simply eating cats might just mess things up even more.
Perhaps it's a good time to remind you that even though your free-spirited kitty loves to explore, it's better to keep it inside. That way, if you lose focus, it'll be out unleashing its hunting skills on the local wildlife.
Killing machine.
You're lying.
In July 2023, there were reports that Australia had come up with a unique solution to deal with the issue of feral cats. The device, designed to shoot poison gel at predators, will be deployed across Australia, all to save native species. The device is called Felixer and uses 4 sensors to detect feral cats or foxes before shooting a sticky and highly toxic gel. The gel sticks to the fur, the cat or fox licks it off, swallows it, and, well, you know the rest. The idea of creating such a device was sparked by the increasing intelligence of cats. They're indeed becoming smarter. They're falling for bait and traps less often, yet they keep hunting local wildlife. But even though cats are smart, they consistently groom themselves, making this device a more practical and humane solution. Also, the gadget sensor can tell the difference between cats, foxes, and other animals in the area, preventing any harm to species that are already at risk. Cats eat people.
Why y'all make this video to mess with us, bro? Why y'all... I hate myself for believing it the first 8 minutes of the video. I hate myself for believing. I hate that I didn't come to my senses from minute one. From minute one. And notice that y'all was effing with me, bro.
You might already know that your favorite cat would actually eat you if you happen to pass away. Well, scientists have actually gone ahead and confirmed this fact. Typically, cats go for the neck, face, and any exposed bits first. Given enough time, they might just continue with the buffet and dig into the rest of your body. You've heard of those body farms, right? They're the spots where investigators study how bodies break down. It's also where researchers study scavenger activity. Well, wouldn't you know, cats have become quite the regulars at these places. There was a cat that was stuck by a lady's side for 35 days, showing up almost every single night for a feast. And weirdly enough, the cat ignored other bodies lying around. New Australian cats. Domesticating cats doesn't really change them much because the only thing setting apart a pet cat from a feral one might just be a couple of skipped meals. But feral cats seem to be getting bigger these days. It's not unusual to hear about cats weighing 15 pounds. On the other hand, your typical house cat weighs about 9 to 11 pounds at most. The stories of panther-like kitties might just be about some seriously hefty feral cats. Some people say these cats could be as heavy as 26 to 33 pounds. Back in 2005, they killed a feral cat that was a whopping 5 feet long, twice the size of your average pet cat. Wondering how eating less can lead to growing bigger? It's due to natural selection, which has a preference for larger cats. This triggers a rapid evolutionary process. Bigger kittens survive, then go on to give birth to even larger cats, and so the pattern continues. It's worth noting that a cat can start having her first litter at just 5 to 6 months of age, so this evolution happens very quickly. Sooner or later, these massive cats will start to view domestic cats running away from farms or homes not as friends, but as prey.
Stop.
In other words, wild cats will no
Stop.
longer mate with them. Once the flow of genes from smaller cats is cut off, the gene variety will shrink, and we'll be on our way to seeing a new cat species. Plus, since pet cats are already being kept off the streets, we're pretty close to reaching that stage.
And I honestly just love watching evolution work.
See you
I'm
later.
not buying this one, bro. Y'all lying to me, and that's all there is to it, bro. I'm not buying it. I need proof. I need evidence. Show me some numbers. I know. No. Australians. Tell me I was stupid the first 8 minutes. Tell me I was dumb for believing this. Ain't no way. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D Neal. Out.